Exclamation everybody and welcome to Shadowcrypt. This game's been out for a while, so this is not a new game, but it's one that I have just recently run across. It's been out actually since 2014. It's fully released. It's by One Bit Punch, and it's currently $9.99 out on Steam. You can see this is Steam version 1.33. It has mixed reviews, but I haven't really had the kind of problems that some of the mixed reviews were saying. So I don't know if they were things that have been fixed since then or what. But it is a 2D platforming, platforming, I guess, 2D adventure game, I guess, is the best way I can say it. It's one where you die very, very often. There are two modes. There's a normal mode, and then there's also a arcade mode where you only get 3 lives. The normal mode, you get unlimited lives. It's very forgiving about where it it saves automatically as you go. So it's very forgiving about putting you back into the room that you were just previously in when you die, because you die very often. So and what I've noticed though is you can play with the keyboard, but a controller is really, really necessary for this. So we're gonna hit start. Long ago, there was a powerful necromancer who placed a terrible curse upon an ancient catacomb. Legions of undead warriors were awakened from their eternal slumber to spread chaos across the realm. A mysterious stranger drawn by the presence of dark magic had traveled from afar to confront its source. He was the last of his order, an ancient cult sworn to battle corrupted sorcerers. Undaunted, he entered the catacomb and vanished into its shadowy corridors. And that is us. So you can see we got the X to attack, A to jump, B doesn't come into play yet. I think that's the powers. Y is to do sort of a shield bash kind of thing. And I think there's one that switches my weapons here somewhere. I forget which one it is. It might not, actually B might be switching the weapons, I forget now. But anyway, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Let's see how we do. Okay, is this a... Oh, okay, that's opened. I was gonna say, is this a door that doesn't open? Because that would be a bummer right now. It is procedurally generated, but it looks like it's procedurally generated the first time you come into the dungeon, and then from there on out. From there on out, it's the same layout. So you do a lot of backtracking as you go along here to try to you have to get a key for some doors, and then once you find the key, you have to then backtrack to where the door was that needs the key and all that stuff. Bash them with a shield when they get too close. Okay. Yeah, all these things are going to... Are they not going to? Okay, I thought those bones were going to reanimate, but apparently they did not. These guys are dropping lots of hearts, which is amazing because usually it's not that forgiving. So let's see. I just picked up a... Okay, I use RB to switch between them. I just picked up some spears as well and switch between those. What was the shield bash, actually? Is it... Oh, it's Y. Okay, got it. That will be useful here, I imagine. Keep this guy away from me. You can see that they're very hard to... Oop. Now, he does automatically... Oop. I was going to say, he does automatically use his shield. You just have to be a little bit more skillful than I've been with it. Okay, and jump over here and go like that. Oh. So he uses his shield if you're not attacking at the same time. what I'm trying to get at. Let's go and switch to that and go like so. Try to hit him from afar. That is the end of that. Try and get some shots in on him. There we go. Finally. 5 to 9 damage. Yes, we will pick that up. Since we were only doing 2 to something else. So there you go. Alright, and here's our first key. Locked gate. So we're going to have to backtrack and find the key. Which I believe is over here. I'm pretty sure these are procedure generated. Although, this one is looking a lot like the last one. This one's looking a lot like my last run, so maybe they're not. Maybe it's not procedurally generated after all. I was kind of under the impression that it was, but seeing these making sort of the same, seeing these being sort of the same layout as I've seen before, this that may not in fact be the case. Now you see it saved that I killed that one enemy there, which is nice. Ooh, war sword. Yeah, please. Take a war sword? Sure. You're gonna give it to me? Oh yeah, that's fantastic. And I got a better shield. So, bam! 2 shots, defender shield. Same thing we have there. Ooh, this guy. Use some of those. And I wonder if I hit him with my shield, if that'll... Nope, that... Whoops. Okay. I was trying... using the wrong key to hit him with my shield. I was trying to hit him with my shield. This is the door to go through, right? Now I'm back to the other shield, though. Go. So let's switch to this. And go like that. Alright, well that's not working too well, is it? Strategy's not working so well, if you can call that a strategy. Try to hit him from a good distance here so I can keep knocking him back. There you go, that gives me a little bit of room. Come on, at some point here we gotta knock this guy out. Jesus Louise. Alright, 4 to 9. Yep, that's better than what I got. So it looks like it actually reduces my sword and all my weapons when you die. Reduces them a little bit, not fully down, but... Okay, and... Just let him sit there and stare at me. Another one of these guys, really? Damn. These guys... Oof. See, it does throw a lot of these, like... really nasty enemies at you, so you do die quite often. I kind of wish you would tell me how much health this guy has left. There we go. Another broadsword off of him. Oh, Jesus Christ, another one, really? Game does get a little bit ridiculous with these, throwing all these guys at you. But, I don't know what else to do about that. If I could get the patterns down, I'd be all set, but patterns are something I've never really had a very good eye for. Believe it or not. At least video game patterns, anyway. There we go. Okay. One more down. And sometimes it's not even fair. They just put you in there and it's like, yep, now you're dead. Yep, that's the way it's going right now, my friends. That is the way it is going. There it is. Alright, finally. And at some point here, we should be able to pick up a key. There it is. Excellent. Finally. Achievement unlocked. Got a key, I guess. Now there is I think there's a map view, maybe? Somewhere? I don't know where it's at though. I forget how you see it. I thought there was a way to see a map, but I guess I was dreaming things here. In any case, we have to wind our way all the way back from whence we came down. The nice thing is all the enemies are still dead, so that's good. Still have to contend with any platform jumping and whatnot, but beyond that, like this one, but beyond that, everything else should be good. Nice and cleared out. Yes, it is quite the distance. It is quite the distance that we traveled to get there. And soon, very soon, we will make it back to where we were. There it is. Alright, now we go through this third door again, and then we'll come upon the locked gate. That will allow us to continue on. Yep, here it is. Excellent. Alright, we'll just stand here for a minute and kill these guys as they come up. Better shield, I think. I think that's a better shield. We'll see. What does this say? Catacomb has fallen under a dark curse. Alright, we got... Oh! Damn! I forgot to look. Forgot to look up. Oh! This guy. This guy. Alright, we're going to take him out. Oh. There we go. He is dealt with. And just walk across here. Done. Got our health back up. Oh, we're gonna need it. Oh, this freaking guy. This freaking guy, like I said, I can't get the timings down. Now I got crappy shield again, crappy armor, and oh yeah, this guy's just a pain in the ass. Now let's switch to this and go. That's ooh, Gothic Blade. Ooh, Gothic Blade, and then died. Okay. Fortunately, I'm not going to have that anymore. Or any of my arrows left. Or spears left, I should say. Come on, get those bastards. Damn this freaking guy. Damn this freaking guy and is suddenly changing from hitting up to hitting down. I hate how I cannot time this guy at all. Not at all. I cannot get any timings on him. This is the painful part. Is just trying to, especially for you guys watching me fail, which you know you could probably do a lot better. Oh, for crying out loud, this guy! I swear to God. Again, I wish that they would just put freaking health bars on these guys so I could see how much more we gotta go on them. Ugh. Damn it. Damn it to hell, man. We will get through this. It's just gonna be forever and a day to do it. That just pisses me off that he's like, he can just hit you. Ugh. Like, look at that. Look at that nonsense. Like, suddenly he can hit a lot faster than before. Like, I was ducking and bobbing in and out of his range quite easily last time. And now all of a sudden it's like, nope. Alright, let's... It's 2 and 3 at a time. This is a pain in the butt. Oh boy. So, there's one thing I'll say about the game is that the difficulty doesn't scale properly. Like, it constantly puts you back to, like, low-level equipment every time you die. And you're meant to die a lot, but they still put you matched up against these guys that are just a pain in the butt to do, even with good equipment. And they give you just crappy equipment to deal with them with. So it just makes it... It makes it kind of, I wouldn't say not fair, but I mean, it's not fair, but it also kind of makes it makes the difficulty not actually make a whole lot of sense. Like you suddenly go from being kind of okay, and then all of a sudden these guys just can hit you from 9,000 miles away, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And then you just get stuck with this other equipment that you had. Like it would be better if you could, like, once you pick up certain equipment that becomes your default base equipment instead of this is just this guy, I swear to God. Yeah, this is just at this point, this is like the point of the game where it's just like, all right, is it really worth just constantly throwing yourself at this guy who has an unfair advantage over you? You know what I mean? Like, is it just worth it? Because so far there hasn't really been much about the game to really keep you playing, right? It's just like, oh, you can kind of get loot, but then you die so easily that you just lose it. So, you know, you die so easily that you can't ever really appreciate the loot that you've picked up, and before it's already gone. So it's like, is it really that worth it to keep throwing your face at this guy or not? So you can kind of see why there's, I think, some mixed reactions to it. I feel kind of mixed about it myself, because it's like, it looks like it would be, you know, on the surface it's definitely a fun game. It's just the way they've chosen to sort of outmatch you. Like, the death penalty in the game is a little bit too severe, I think, is really what I'm getting at. It's like they're trying to make up for, like, maybe a lack of items. There it is. It's like they're trying to make up for a lack of items, and by doing that they just constantly give you crappy gear back after you die. And it's just like, see that? Now that blade's good. So you would think that at some point they would just let you keep something as a way of saying, like, hey, all right, you made it to a certain distance here, you know, keep this as a keepsake. And maybe they do. It's just getting to that point is nigh on frustrating. Especially when you got this guy who is way OP with his axes that immediately return to him. Yep. And now that great sword I just grabbed is gone. I'm back with a crappy sword. And now he can just hit me whenever he wants to, because that's how the game apparently works. It's the frustration in the game comes from not so much the challenge as it is the lack of being able to feel like you're actually making progress. Like, what's the point of constantly going through this thing if nothing matters? Like, the loot that I carry just does not matter, because as soon as you die, it's just gone. You know? I mean, I can see there being some kind of penalty for dying, but I feel like this game desperately needs something like a, oh, there's a master sword, like an XP system or something, where it's like maybe you go into debt a little bit when you die or something, and then it'll stop you, or like, you know, if you get to a certain XP level, then you get to keep something or whatnot. You know, like keep like one of your weapons or something. Like maybe you earn them by XP. Like you buy essentially buy the weapon that you've been carrying if you bank up some XP or you get some XP from killing monsters and whatnot. Like it feels like that should be the thing and not just, oh, you died, so guess what? Sucks to be you. Because now you're back to something that doesn't help you at all. Alright, jump. And head through here. Yep. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. Alright, let's see if we can time this right. I don't know that we can, but I'm gonna try. Oh, nope. God damn it. Of course. Of course. See, that time I got a better pattern on things. And it's not like the starting weapon is not that bad. The starting weapon is terrible. It's like it completely makes everything that much worse for you. Yeah, this guy's a pain in the ass. It's just, ugh. And so it's a lot of this. It's a lot of grinding against the same old monsters, left and right. And the only reason they're difficult is because once you die, you're reset back to a disadvantage that you never feel like you can ever really overcome. The disadvantage that the game artificially kind of puts on you. Like, it's nice that they save immediately, right? And they save how many you actually killed in a room and all that stuff. But this constantly getting back the old that's the door that I'm looking for. Getting back the old stuff and never really, you know, you're facing the same things over and over again. It gets not only does it get samey, but it gets really boring. Like, it's just not, there's nothing, yeah, I mean, I've said it already, but there's just nothing that compels you to continue forward, is knowing that you're going to just lose everything all the time. You know, it's not like a roguelike where it's like, alright, if I persevere, I can at least have some permanent unlocks or something. This doesn't appear to have any of that. There's a great sword there, but Lord knows I'm gonna lose that one. Especially when you got this. Yep, you got one of these bastards. See, it didn't last. That didn't last very long, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's just not as fun as it initially feels. It really kind of overstays its welcome. It's kind of a little bit too basic in the way it does some things here. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to have very basic, very straightforward gameplay, and that's usually not a bad thing. But in this case, it's a bad thing because it could really use some refresh of the mechanics of the game, because yeah, this is just not, like, constantly redoing this over and over again is just not interesting at all. But I thought I would take a look at it anyway, because, you know, it didn't have that many comments. It was mixed, but it still felt like something that I could at least give my thoughts on. Oh, come on, you bastard. Just freaking die already. There we go. Alright, he didn't drop a damn thing either. And then we're back to this. Like, at this point, everything's starting to look identical. You know what I mean? All these levels are starting to just run into one another. And there's these little special things that are happening, but they're just not, they're not helping at all. Like, what's the point of having the sparks on that one shield? Like, it wasn't actually doing any good. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we gave you this ability that you can now use, but it's not actually helping matters at all. These are all skeletons. Alright, we got that. Is there anything in here? There's a couple chests. Well, that would have been useful a little bit earlier. Hammer shield, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this shield before. At least I haven't wielded it anyway. It's the same shield these guys have. Yep. And that shield's gone now. Yeah, I think that's my biggest complaint with it, is it's competent in other things here. And you know, the arcade mode sounds like it would be kind of fun, you know, trying to do it in 3 lives and all that stuff, but the resetting you back to 0 every time you die and all that stuff, and then not, you know, all the chests are empty again, like you can't reclaim the stuff from the chests. It just kind of, it makes it a grind without any real reward, honestly. It's one of those things where it feels like this would be like a good mobile game, maybe like a time-wasting mobile game kind of thing, but the lack of really feeling like you've made any kind of progress despite how far you're in the game just kind of kills it for me. But that has been Shadowcrypt, my friends. It is by 1-Bit Punch, and it is currently fully released out on Steam. It's been out on Steam since 2014. It's currently $9.99 if you happen to see it in like a sale or something like that. Just wanted to kind of put this out there so you can see what you're getting into, my friends. But that will do it for me. As always, I'll leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.